Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, when we left off, we had just done stuff like killed Tywin yet again, Mr. Tyloo's himself, and, well, I'd like to just point out something real quick. Do you see this siege tower right here? There's a lot of bodies on this. There's a lot. There's a lot of people. A lot of people lost their lives trying to take this once again, but as you can see by the overwhelming majority of Cahoric guardsmen and elite Targaryen longbowmen, they were unable to. Now this is going to be very depressing to the enemy forces, and I just wanted to show this because it's just a highlight of how badly the siege mechanics suffer when it is just literally a bottleneck. Like, they would have brought additional things. They would have brought additional things to put on the walls here. I mean, yes, okay, you know, maybe a smaller force would have been only able to bring a siege tower like they have right here, but surely they would have been able to bring a couple of ladders or maybe a catapult or something, but no, just a siege tower. And now this is where it gets depressing for the enemy. So, yeah, I lost 7 total, and this is on pretty decent damage modifiers and everything, and it's kind of amazing because these guys literally just ran in with no shields. Most of them ran in with no shields. If they had shields, they were destroyed within no time whatsoever. As you can see, 96. Yeah, I think you can tell the total for this particular siege defense is going to be insane. And it is actually almost 700 units. And hilariously enough, I only killed, as you can see, I've actually renamed myself a little bit. Reaper Elias. Lord Stumble is my nickname, of course. And yeah, so I only killed 14, mainly because I was just thinking to myself, okay, I'm just gonna let my forces do their thing, because I'd like to see what actually transpires here. I'd like to see the efficiency of our units, and the great thing about this particular layout is literally just that the guardsmen and any longbowmen on a heightened elevation, they're able to headshot any unit that comes onto the level field of the siege tower. So basically every single unit that ever stepped foot on it got headshot within a second or two, which is pretty insane in itself. So there we go, we helped Targaryen, well, House Targaryen once again. I'm going to be taking this guy prisoner. I'm going to be taking, oh yeah, there's a huge amount of vassals, by the way, as well. Huge amount of vassals. We are actually going to be, are we going to be at peace with Dragonstone in 4 more vassals here? Wouldn't that be pretty amazing? I don't even know whether that's any good, to be honest, because if a Dragonstone vassal comes along and he decides, hey, you know what, I'm going to attack this House Targaryen fief, will we be able to attack him? I think we probably will still be able to, but still, it's kind of nice to actually see that happening anyway. So, okay, let's just take a couple of archers here. And we're also going to take 1 Golden Company man-at-arms. Now, I have been doing quite a lot of running around. I've sold multiple prisoners. I sold 2 lots of 100 prisoners, gained about 20,000 from that total. I bought 2 dye works. I think that's probably a mistake. Probably should have invested that in the Iron Bank, but that's doing pretty well so far anyway. It's getting 4,000 every single time it ticks over, so that's pretty nice. Otherwise, we are just, wow, we're gaining a, oh wow, that's actually a pretty nice horse. I think I might actually keep that horse just in case, and this is a Masterwork arming sword. I think it might be nice to give that to someone else as well, and I think that is it. Yes, now also, I did neglect to give the bow that we acquired in the previous episode to Lineria. That would have been an amazing idea, and my bad for that. So, yes, thank you for reminding me about that she does need a new bow. So, we're going to try and do that in the near future too. So, let's let our companions take that. Thank you very much. So, as you can see, Broadarch was under siege by a huge amount of vassals, and I found Drollo. Yes, I found Drollo. He's now level 6, which is pretty good. So let's go and speak to our companions real quick, and I guess we'll get a little bit more in agility for Blackwo here. I think it's about time that he gain a little bit more movement speed and things. And otherwise, we have Drollo here. I literally just picked him up right now, and let's see, what are we going to go for? I don't know. Strength, I suppose. And what else? Well, athletics would actually be pretty good. He is on a mount, which I'm not particularly happy about, I gotta say, but otherwise, let's just level up a couple of these guys here, and then we'll be heading on somewhere else. But yeah, something rather interesting has happened. Yeah, Stonehelm has been taken by Tyrosh, and I'm gobsmacked. I have no idea how that even happened, because I was running around, I was selling prisoners, I was doing all kinds of things, and then I was just transferring a couple of units from Crow's Nest to Griffin's Roost, and then I noticed, hey, this didn't used to be pink, this didn't used to be owned by someone else other than us. And yes, many of you were actually correct. At the previous episode, at the end of the previous episode at least, the colors at Stonehelm were actually Westerlands, so apparently someone was lucky enough to be able to take that from us, and then apparently Tyrosh thought that was so insulting that they came across the entirety of the ocean here, of the sea, of the whatever, to actually get over and take Stonehelm themselves, which is kind of amusing. And I went over there, and it was amazing because I think they had literally just finished, and there was only like 3 vassals, and I would have been easily able to take it back, but apparently no, I wasn't lucky enough to do that, which is kind of sad. So yeah, it's also kind of sad that, as you can see, Volantis has taken Tyrosh itself. Yeah. Yeah, there's also something else you need to know about. The Volantines have been amazing. Now, I don't know really what possessed them to be so incredibly aggressive, but as you can see, look, Myr has also been taken by Volantis, and I think, as you can see, yes, if we keep going to the right here, everything just keeps going, and it keeps going and going and going, and as you see there, Volantis has a huge amount of territory, and I'm actually kind of surprised at that. Now, Norvos has also done a similar thing. They've also just kind of expanded a little bit, and Bravos has just gone crazy as well. They've actually, Qohor has actually been eliminated from the game in its entirety, so it is pretty amazing. So yeah, other than that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rest up a little bit, and then we're going to try and go for Blackhaven or something along those lines. Maybe try and help out a little bit against the Reach for Dawn. So I'm thinking maybe something, maybe like Kingsgrave, maybe Blackmont, or maybe Will or Weil or whatever it's called over there. That might actually be a good idea. Alright, so I thought before we headed on any further, we would take a look at how Dragonstone is doing as well. Dragonstone also seems to be in a little spot of bother, or at least it seems like that to me. I mean, it seems like they don't have a very big territory at all, and many of the Dragonstone vassals have just defected to the Three Sisters, which is actually up here, which is kind of a weird choice, but anyway. Also, one of the Qohor vassals has defected to House Targaryen, so that's actually pretty cool. We're going to see a couple of those guys wandering around, I guess, and now we're going to head over in this direction and see what we can do. I'm kind of a little bit worried about Tyrosh owning this. I don't think they're going to go against us. Oh, hello! Oh, apparently Dawn is just like, hello there. Yes, I have a bunch of vassals here, and apparently they're going to be doing something. I'm not entirely sure what. What are they going to be doing? I don't know. Huh. Okay, that's kind of weird, but hopefully they're going to be doing something good. It is kind of weird, isn't it? I would have thought that they would be needed on the front lines here. I mean, why are they not helping them over there? Okay, well, never mind. That's absolutely fine. So I think this is the thing here. If I go for Blackhaven, we then have a really nice launching pad into Ashford. And if we can take Ashford, then that would be a really, really good thing to do. But then again, I'm splitting my attention, because it would be great to go for Storm's End. And Storm's End, personally, I feel like that would be a crippling, crushing, destructive blow to the Stormlands if ever I saw one, and I think that would be kind of cool. But I'm thinking maybe I'll just take the Stormlands things around here, try and make sure that they're reinforced as much as possible, ignore the Reach for now, and then just go over here, take all of that, and then Stormlands is done. But obviously it's going to take a bit of time. So let's head on in to Blackhaven, it is actually a ladder castle as well, which I very much appreciate. Brynden now has 4 in engineering as well, which means that everything is going to be built a lot quicker, which is always very nice to see. So yeah, also many of you actually did state that Gregor Clegane's sword is one-handed, and I was just like, really? It has really good stats for a one-handed sword, so yeah, it's kind of weird. Isn't it called Great Sword or something along that? I don't know. Maybe it's just Great Sword. Maybe it's just a Great Sword instead of Great Sword, like two-handed. But anyway, yeah, if we see him, we're gonna try and get it, obviously. But otherwise, let's head on in, shall we? Oh, this is actually pretty good, isn't it? This is actually pretty good. Oh yes, this is not bad. Okay, so we're gonna see what we can do here. We're gonna try and get our archers to the top of this hill here. Because I saw a comment actually that stated that this is actually a pretty easy thing to do, and that is of course just to stand here and then just pelt the enemy with your archers and see what we can do like that, because obviously we have pretty good archers and this is a pretty nice elevation, so we may as well take the opportunity to do that. Now they do have quite a few elite Stormlands archers themselves, so it's kind of sad that we're seeing so many of them right now, but it has to be done. It has to be done. Blackhaven will be ours, and I'm not going to be asking for it because it is very, very far away from our current position in Crow's Nest and Griffin's Roost, of course, so we don't really want to venture too far away from our homestead, as it were, and we're going to see how that goes. But as you can see, these guys haven't actually killed any of us? They are shooting us. I was actually just taking a double take there for a second because I was just like, really? What's happening? What, are they actually that inept that they are not able to kill any of us? Maybe. Maybe that is in fact that. And it was actually kind of amusing. In the previous siege defense, I stumbled once, and then as soon as that happened, we started just to get 100% headshots all the time. So it was, I don't even know. It was probably a coincidence, obviously, but the magic of the stumble will not be forgiven. Yes, or forgotten, or forgiven, forgotten, unforgiven, unforgotten, something like that. Anyway, we are actually eliminating so many of the enemy's archers right now. I'm thinking we might just charge in. Shall we just charge in? We've eliminated 92 of them so far. I feel as though this will be the best chance we have. So we're going to try and get on in there while our guardsmen continue the bombardment. And I'm going to try and survive, if possible. I don't really want to get killed here. Maybe I can shoot that fellow. Can I shoot you? Are you going to allow me to shoot you, and then you could fall in a really amusing fashion? Yes, there we go. That's what we like to see. Okay, so now we are losing a little bit more, unfortunately. We are losing more of our units. Maybe it would have been a good idea to stay back a little bit more, but, well, you know me, I like to get in on the action. And, well, I don't really like to hang back too much. I feel like that's a little bit too boring for my liking, but nevertheless, we're going to try and assist our units as best we can and try and eliminate them as fast as possible as well. We can't have him just shooting every now and again, can we? Oh, yes. It's actually going very, very nicely in actual fact. Oh, a lot of headshots as well. Okay, let's try and shoot these fellas. Yes, there we go. Wow, these guys have no shields? Or have we just destroyed them? Maybe that's the case. No, they do have shields. Oh, okay. Well, seems they're just not using them to very good effect. Yes, there we go. I have no more arrows, but... Oh, where do I get arrows from? Oh, yes, I have no idea. There's a lot of arrows here. Oh, no, that's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. Got to make sure that I don't mistakenly drop one of my weapons. That would be a terrible travesty, wouldn't it? But at least we've eliminated all of the archers, and do you see? That's exactly my point. Do you see all the way over there? All of those archers, they are all guardsmen and obviously Targaryen longbowmen and everything, and I think we've actually... Yep, there's only 14 enemies remaining. I didn't even have to step 1 foot inside the walls, which is pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. So, yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that little tactic there. Because, obviously, each castle really just needs one specific strategy, and then as soon as you've got that down, as soon as you've found out which is the best strategy, then obviously you just go to town, and they're just like, oh, stop, and we're like, no, we're going to eliminate you, and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, that is pretty cool, and yeah, there's only 6 remaining. Can you kill them, please? There's only a couple of storm archers? Oh, storm archers. That might actually be a cool name for a unit, but yes, no. These are Stormlands archers, of course. So, where's the last one? Oh, no, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, so yes, that is great. We've eliminated yet another fief for us, for House Targaryen. And yes, we did lose quite a few more than I would have liked, but we only lost Golden Company units, not particularly worried about that. Obviously, Brynden got eliminated almost immediately, which was the main problem there. I killed 32 with my bow, in actual fact, so that's pretty nice. And is there anything I can do here? I can take some Golden Company units and not much more. I'm going to take some archers, because I feel like archers right now are doing a really good job for us. And then we're going to take as many of these guys as we can. Obviously, there's not going to be that many because I didn't really get in there with my... Oh, 55. That's pretty good. Okay. Otherwise, I think we're good. I think we're really good. So we can let that go to our companions. And I'm going to ask no rewards. I don't want rewards this time around. And hopefully, they are going to appear soon. That would be rather nice because I really don't want to be defending this for too long. Just like I did Broad Arch and things like that. So yes, next time, we're probably going to try... and take Night Song if I can. If I can't, then we're going to try and head on over to more of the core, shall we say. More of the core of the Stormlands, and we'll see what we can do there. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.